It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch! What? It's me, Austin! It was me all along, Austin! I am the best on this microphone, in that ring, even in commentary. Nobody can touch me!
Awesome!
Boots to asses all night long.
If you're some man! What the rock is cooking!
What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode. That's right, we're here for Pro Wrestling today, and I'm here with Heel Steven and as well Bubalter. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? How everybody doing today? Happy Friday. What's going on?
Going good. Alright, of course, as always, I got a lot here, especially for today's podcast, and there's been quite a lot that I've been wanting to talk about, but I'm narrowing it down to a few things, and there really isn't far too much to talk about. Getting into the first topic, and recently we did get to hear an actually shocking return, and what some people are saying, it is a little bit too early, and that is about John Cena's return, looking to be returning at Hell in a Cell, and looking to be facing Alberto Del Rio, and his return since, but the update anyway for his return since Monday Night Raw. And just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on the whole John Cena return, him being in the world title picture so quickly. How do you feel about that? I'm going to start things off here with Heel Steven. How do you feel about that, man?
As far as John Cena coming back, listen, it's Super Cena. We all know that by now. Do I feel like it's rushed? Yeah. Do I feel that by having him there, at least, this is how I look at it, okay? By having John Cena feuding with Del Rio, they've done it before, we've seen it already. Who'd to say that John Cena will win? We don't know. We don't really know.
Right.
But I will say this, alright? If John Cena is to win, at least there is some name being brought back to the world title. At least. Because if you think of the world title right now, let's be honest, who really gives a shit about the world heavyweight title? Who takes the belt seriously anymore? Nobody. Let's put it this way. The world heavyweight title for the last 2 to 3 years has been in the same level of the Intercontinental title, the US title, hell, even in the same level as the Divas title. It always opens on pay-per-views, or it's always in the middle of the card. Back in the day, the world title was an actual legitimate title. Alright? So hopefully by having Cena be the world heavyweight champion, you'll bring some more prestige back to the belt. I'm not saying that Cena is a prestige wrestler now. No, I'm not saying that.
I got
but
that,
by
yeah.
having someone with his name, having that world title, at least you'll bring some more main event, legitimacy back to the belt.
Exactly.
You never know. You never know if you'll win. Who to say that Sandel might come in and cash it in and wins? Which I won't agree with, because, Sandel's been getting buried week after week. But with the WWE, with this company that we all love and hate and, shit talk, you just never know what you're going to get.
Alright. Brahim, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I wasn't that surprised that Cena was returned. I mean, I was shocked at first, but I thought, well, at the end of the day, I mean, the ratings were going bad. Like, I was looking at the Raw ratings and they weren't doing so good, and I guess WWE were desperate. Like, I'm sure that wasn't the plan, but, when all the ratings went down and stuff like that, I guess they wanted to bring, John Cena back, and I agree with Heel Steve, and I think it's good, that if John Cena does win the World Heavyweight Championship, because at the end of the day, I'd rather have him as champion than Alberto Del Rio, because Alberto Del Rio is just boring as champ, and, there just isn't that much legitimacy or, like I said, again, prestige to the, the championship. I mean, it's just, like, more of a mid-card, championship, like before, people, like, fighting and clawing, to get to the World Heavyweight Championship, and now, people just act like, they just don't care about the belt. So I don't mind John Cena having the championship. I really don't.
Yeah.
Now, one more thing I wanna add to this.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
That's really, at the end of the day, it's not like Cena's coming back. 'Cause I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, Cena's coming back to get a title shot." Okay. Do you want him to go for the WWE title shot right now?
Not really,
so.
honestly.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But yeah, that's all I want to say about
Intrigued
that.
to see what his take is on this whole stuff that's been happening now.
Everything as well, though. Everything as well. he posted a tweet, but sometimes the WWE makes you tweet things. So again, we'll find out on that day of the pay-per-view if he's really at 100%.
Exactly. See, to me, with that, I almost didn't really exactly believe it. It was kind of like in the way of a trolling thing that I got from Vicky Guerrero. So I don't know if he's gonna like actually show up and wrestle. He'll probably just show up, but maybe Alberto Del Rio will maybe face somebody else. Who knows? But anything can really happen at this point. It seems to be that last I heard that WWE actually had this behind the scenes and they knew that he was going to most likely be ready after a while. So it just really took me by surprise that he's actually returning at Hell in a Cell. And it actually did throw me off, but it's crazy how he just really was able to heal that quickly when that just takes a little longer for most people, I guess. But it's really crazy how that's working. And going into the world title too, it's definitely one of my favorite championships, but it's really crazy how it is right now. And it seems like with Alberto Del Rio, even though he's a really great wrestler and everything, I just wish the world title would be more in the main event like it used to be, especially when we had the brand split and it was on Raw, and we used to see it a lot more on pay-per-views and used to have stellar matches and feuds and everything over for it. So it made for really great stuff as of then, and I thought that was really cool. So I just wish Alberto Del Rio would have more stuff to it, and it seems like it's coming off like he doesn't really care as much, or they just don't really have that much for him. So now that John Cena is looking to be coming back, anything could really happen. And I actually do kind of see it a cash in. I wouldn't be surprised even if it does happen. I wouldn't really mind it to either seeing Damien Sandow and John Cena. I think that would be having to be a great match and interesting feud. I think this would be, literally the first time for them to be actually wrestling each other. So we'll see how that goes. And at least John Cena is not going to be for the WWE title, since Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton have been headlining that. And we're actually going to get more into that.
One more thing.
Yeah, go ahead. No, sorry.
Don't be surprised if the WWE one day were to decide, what, put the world title match on the pre-show.
I would hate for that to happen. I don't see that happening. Yeah.
Yeah, but I could see Sandow and Johnson if you now. While I'm looking at it now, I have a feeling that maybe Sandow and Johnson might actually have a feud. I feel like there might be an interference in that
Exactly.
match.
And that brings me into another thing about Damien Sandow. I've been thinking about this too lately. I think it's really good for him to actually be built up more and to actually want the World Heavyweight title just as much more. And it seems like we're starting to get that now. After a while, I didn't really like the whole losing streak and everything, but hopefully things will eventually change. Sorry about the noise. I don't know where that's coming from, but what do you guys feel about that overall and how Damien Sandow is right now, and more about the cash-in too, going over back to Brahim? How do you feel about that on the overall, with Damien Sandow being the number one contender for the world title, basically?
Well, I think that what they should do is they should make his character a little bit more serious, add a little bit more aggression to his character. Because if you're just gonna make him just one of those guys who tries to talk like a smart ass and stuff like that, then it's gonna be stupid, and I'm not gonna take someone like that seriously. Like with the way Damien Sandow is right now, I can't take him seriously as a champion. So what they need to do is like I said again, just add more aggression to his character, add more darkness to his character. Kind of like a bit like Randy Orton, just make him just don't make him as as he is right now. Just try and make him more serious, because I think it's always good to have a serious champion. Because if you're just going to be one of those champions who tries to smart talk and just acts like what Damien Sandow's acting like, then I don't like that. I don't see that in a champion.
All right, Steven, care to add to that?
I'll just hope that if Sandow does cash in, at least. What the heck does that sound? Like a DJ?
I have no idea where that's coming from.
What was your question? I'm sorry.
It's about Damien Sandow, and how do you feel about him being Money in the Bank winner overall?
Technical difficulties, guys. Sorry about that.
Honestly, it's, when he won, I had so much hope. I had some high expectations for it. But then he kept losing and losing and losing and losing and losing. losing and losing every match. I'm like, yo, come on. There's been rumors apparently that he might end up turning face real soon.
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, there's a rumor about that as well. There's also a rumor apparently that they're planning on having him cash in and lose, but they're apparently scratching that idea. So potentially we're going to see a world title run with him.
Right.
But I just hope that, if you're going to make him cash in, make him look believable. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Go for
it. We've seen this too, like, numerous amount of times already, and when you're going to be Money in the Bank winner, to me, I think you should be, more out there, more in the main event and everything, and maybe just be more built up properly. I always like that, and it seems to me, from what I've been hearing too, other people have been talking about it too, and I agree about that having someone be built up properly like that, people will take them more seriously, which I like. So hopefully things will be able to change with that. So it looks like things are going to be changing for Damien Sandow, and I like his character and everything, so I think eventually we will see better things coming from him in the near future. And getting into the next topic here, and this is something that has been going on for quite some time, and that is about repeated matches, mainly more in the WWE, and I noticed that it has been happening a lot, so I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that. How did you feel about that? Going back over to you, Steven, your thoughts.
It's sad to see because you see the same repeated matches and there's no advancement, there's no originality anymore. But that's wrestling for you, To my understanding, at Hell in a Cell, we're going to see Ryback versus CM Punk for like the what time already?
That's like the third time already.
Nobody cares about it. We finally realized that at Battleground that Ryback cannot be in these high level matches. He can't. He sucks at it, But at the end of the day, let's just hope for one to have a good match. Who else is having a repeat match? Daniel Bryan and
Randy Orton.
Let's be honest, it's already getting boring already. We've seen this so many times. It's like, just end it already.
We're hoping that this is going to be the last one. Well, I think that I've heard rumours it's going to be like it's going to be the last one, which I'm hoping. So because it is getting boring now.
Yeah.
It's just like when it was Randy Orton and Christian when they kept fighting in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of just got boring.
Right.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, to me, I have a feeling that with Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell, it does make sense. It's a Hell in a Cell match. Most feuds end there, so it would make sense for it to happen and have a guaranteed new WWE champion. I think that would be really perfect for Daniel Bryan at that point. I don't know if they're going to continue that into really Survivor Series. I can understand the Survivor Series tag team match. I could see that, but that's probably about it. So,
Team Orton, Team Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. And then maybe officially end it there. And then still have Daniel Bryan as champion. I can see that. But in the beginning, I was excited for it. And those two really do really great in the ring. But, with repeated matches, it is good for, like, certain wrestlers, like, guys like that. Again, with Christian and Randy Orton, I really enjoyed that. Even though I stated before that I wish Christian would have won at least one match out of the Christian and Randy Orton saga.
He did.
He did? Oh, yeah, that's right.
By disqualification?
Yeah, but that was different, though. That was disqualification, too.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, like, a legit clean win. That's what I'm really talking about, though. But, yeah, I just never really cared that much for repeated matches. It just depends, too, who's going to be in it. And, do you guys care to add anything else since we're at it, too, by the way?
I already did. I think that...
Right.
As far as Christian goes, it'd be cool to see him, like, get one more title shot,
Yeah.
Get one more run in.
Yeah. And plus, he's good at playing both characters. I think he's awesome at playing a face.
I think it would be really great to see him as a face world champion since we already seen him as a heel world champion.
I loved it when he won the championship. Cause I still remember the day
So do I.
It was that match against Alberto Del Rio. He was climbing the ladder, something like
Yeah.
that, and won the championship. That was an awesome moment. And I thought, you know what, this was like the most deserved title win in years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, that's when I felt like he was actually going to keep it this time. He was the face, Edge was there, and I felt like it made it for a really great feud for him, for other people too, as well. So To me, I think he could be a really great world champion. We've seen that in TNA, like I said, numerous times before, especially on my main channel, Fort Minor Project. So, with that, hopefully, I don't know when the hell he's going to be returning. I haven't heard anything going on with him lately. So hopefully once he's healed up and ready to go with his concussion right now. So I think he's probably just about almost at 100%, I would assume anyway. So I kind of feel like it's kind of odd not hearing that much about him too lately with the update.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind to see a Christie and Daniel Bryan feud for the championship.
That would be really something. I would like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's better if they maybe hold him off until they can find something good for him, instead of just bringing him back and then making him have stupid matches. Like maybe just hold him back, then think, right, we've got this storyline for Christie and he's gonna win, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then make him have a return. I mean, we might see him return at the Royal Rumble. I mean,
that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe either the Royal Rumble or maybe a surprise superstar for a Survivor Series team.
That'd be really interesting. The only thing I could really see right now is most likely the Royal Rumble time and probably win it then. He's never won the Royal Rumble as far as I'm concerned, so that would be his first one, which would be really great. And to see where he's going to go from there and to see what he's going to be doing for WrestleMania 30. And hopefully he can actually be around in the main event too. That's something new that he's never done too before. So I would love to see it. I know it can happen eventually at some point, at least before Christian retires. I think it's a given that would definitely too happen in the future. And now lately, with the next topic here that I also wanted to be talking about, and that is about getting back into more about the WWE title picture, and how do you feel about it more now, and where do you see it going into WrestleMania as of right now and up until then, and about what's been happening with it too lately, and gonna head things back over to Babolta. How do you feel about that?
What was the question again? Because I can't. Cause literally my audio is.
Oh yeah, it's understandable. It's about the championship picture for the WWE title side.
Well, like I said again, I think that they might be going with Daniel Bryan, which I think is well deserved. And I don't really see. I mean, who could be going against Daniel Bryan for the championship? I mean, I would say John Cena, but it looks like he's going to be going into the World Heavyweight Championship picture.
Yeah, he
so.
is.
I can't really think of some contenders for the WWE Championship. I mean, like I said again, it could be someone like Christie, it could be someone, down below. I mean, literally, I wish I could answer that question, but I really couldn't think of, contenders. But there are a lot of contenders out there. It's just it's hard to pick who that particular contender could be.
All right, Steven, can I add to that?
Damn, Brady took the words out of my mouth. But to give it a twist, I would love to see maybe a title unification. Since
I heard rumors about that too here and there.
Since they're not really treating the world title like a world title.
Yeah.
At least
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Make a unified title. Have who knows? Maybe the winner of maybe whoever the WWE champion is and the world champion. A lot of people have been saying maybe have the CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan for WrestleMania main event, which I doubt they would do. If I have a match, not the main event, but maybe
could happen.
A unified title match would be cool to see. But that's pretty much all I would love to see, to be honest, though.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty interesting to have it as an undisputed championship like we've seen before. I think that would be something that would be able to help the world title, at least for now, and then to be unified with the main championship. So, but I don't really know if WWE would do it or not. Probably not. But it would be something interesting to maybe bring that back up and to see what kind of stuff we would be getting out of it and everything. So, it worked too a long time ago. I thought it was fine then, and seeing it too for the first time. So, anything can really happen with that. So, it's only up to the WWE at this point to see what's next for the championships. And that's practically that I really have for the show. There really isn't that much going on, honestly. But if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, like what's going on in TNA and all that stuff, if you guys want to.
Let's see here. Yesterday was the day. Well, they showed a clip of Ethan.
Ethan is coming!
Oh, yeah.
That he is, yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Ethan was the formerly known as Eric Bateman on NXT.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people complain about it and, why. Here's my take on it, okay? TNA's issue is they've built this stereotype that they bring in these former WWE talents that unfortunately didn't have that much of a success in WWE. They bring them to TNA and they repackage them a little bit. They rechange their name and they give them a title shot. Most of them, not all of them.
Sure,
and
yeah.
that's the stereotype that they've given themselves, but they don't build stars from their own. Now, I'm not saying that this is gonna fail. I'm willing to give it a chance,
And that's
but
fine,
I'm not.
yeah.
I don't think it'll last. I don't think people actually give a fuck about it.
Yeah, they might just like push him for a few months and they might just water him down.
Yeah.
That's what could probably happen.
If anything, he'll probably get like a 1. Well, not really, because they already decided to close down the TV title. If the TV title was still around, they might have given him a TV title shot, but
That would have been worth it, yeah.
I don't think they'll give him an X Division title shot, but you just never know.
Yeah. I kind of wouldn't be surprised too about it, since almost anyone is eligible now for the X Division Championship, but I really don't see it happening at the same time. But as far as Ethan goes, I am willing to give that character a chance. I've seen Derek Bateman before, and he wasn't that bad, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see how things are going to be able to go with him in TNA, and I am looking to give it a chance. And the character seems pretty cool, so it all depends too on what else he's going to be really doing there. So
Just don't make any memes of him, because some particular people might, take offense to that.
Yeah, you don't want to piss off no diehard addicts and shit like that, but hey, you never know.
Right. Yeah. But we'll see what happens, and that's pretty much how I feel about it. So I'm looking to check it out and see what Ethan has to offer there lately for TNA. So was there anything else you guys wanted to add before we officially end things off?
I was shocked when Dixie Carter mentioned Stephanie McMahon and
Yeah, that's
well,
crazy.
Again, TNA trying to mention or use WWE names just to boost the ratings, and again, we don't know how the rating did for this week, but we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, and looking at like how the arena was, how most people weren't there at the arena. I mean, here's the thing: like they want WWE to acknowledge them, but they're not going to. Like, I think the only time I know that WWE have mentioned TNA a few times. Like, I remember that John Cena promo when he said, "I will go to someone else's company, brother." So, he was obviously referring to TNA, but I don't think WWE really care. I mean, TNA is absolutely no threat to WWE. I mean, they could buy them out whenever they want.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer. Even when TNA started, they could have bought them out.
Exactly, too. And WWE knows that they're there, so they don't really have that many problems with them. So it's not like they're going to really be mentioning other people from there and everything like that, or, work with storylines or anything. They do a little stuff here and there, but, that's really about it. So, it is crazy, though, and it actually, kind of is like a little marquee moment to actually hear a name drop here and there, especially like a reference or something like that. But that's all that we have been getting lately, and that's what they most likely will keep on doing. So, it's not really too big of a deal, honestly. That's how I feel about it.
For me, it was kind of because
yeah, it was cool, though, hearing about it. Yeah.
Because for me, I didn't watch TNA as much, but I decided to watch TNA. And the Ethan thing, that's kind of one of the reasons that I wanted to watch TNA. Because for some reason, I kind of got excited by that. Because everyone kept saying Ethan. I was just like, right, I'll check out TNA.
Yeah.
While I was watching that rubbish Dixie Carter promo, because her promo absolutely sucked. Her accent just ruins it. But when she mentioned Stephanie and Vince, I was like, whoa. Like, that just took me by surprise. Cause
yeah, it really does.
I didn't think they would actually mention WWE directly. Of course they can try and refer to them, but not actually mention their name. But she actually did mention their, Vince and Stephanie's name. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how that happens. But anyway, that about does it for this podcast and what we talked about. Definitely feel free to leave your comments down below if you're watching me on my other channel, which is David Rivera HD, and as well, thanks for listening too, as well for Mixcloud, and as well most likely on iTunes. Still trying to get a deal with that and actually put my podcast on there, so definitely could look me up on there, and as well for my main channel, which is Fortnite Project on YouTube. Do you guys have any shout outs too before we end the show?
Yeah, make sure to check out my channel, www.uploads HDV1, or just type in Baborta. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well, Switching123, and make sure to check out the YWC Games Extreme channel and the Team Heel Gut Check podcast.
Well,
It appears, I believe. Go ahead.
but if you got,
Yeah, I thought we lost you for a little minute.
if you guys want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'll be returning hopefully real soon before the year ends.
Awesome, looking forward to that.
Subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/HeelSteven. Follow me on Twitter @HeelSteven. Tune in later today at 8 o'clock as we go live on Google Hangouts for the Team Heel Gutchick podcast.
Yeah.
I believe you guys will be there as well.
Most likely. Yep.
And and go like the Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Team Gutchick podcast, and subscribe to the Team Heel Gutchick podcast channel, youtube.com/Team Heel podcast.
Alright, so definitely go check us out there, and as well, definitely that about does it for this episode for Pro Wrestling Today on David Rivera HD Live. And until then, I will catch you guys in the next podcast. See you guys. Peace.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.